hang out in a lake and...
I don't know. I mean, the NFL is it's a different sport.
Well, he was pretty good. He was okay at it.
I didn't think he was terrible there. I think that the entire world would be a different place if that doctor hadn't made them pass on Drew Brees.
That's right.
Like, literally, the whole world. Like, you talk about butterfly effects of what's happened in the world since that doctor decided that Drew Brees wasn't capable of playing football anymore.
College and pro football.
Forever.
Can you imagine Belichick and Brady have to face Saban twice a year with Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Brady's career doesn't look like this. Belichick's doesn't. Saban does. College football's different. A doctor who hopefully lost his license. A doctor said you can't have Drew Brees, and that was it. And it's like, okay.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Brady's in Tampa.
It's the only spot on his resume. Everything else is like...
It was interesting in Miami, I will say that. But I don't think he's incapable of transferring back to the NFL and having success. I don't think he wants to.
I think you're right. But God, when I watch him on the sidelines,
he could do it.
Yes.
But I think he just decided that's not for him anymore. It is a different lifestyle.
It's a better lifestyle.
Depending on what you want to do.
My coach he has to replace his offensive.
Saban doesn't have to work too hard to recruit now.
No, but God, does he have to replace his offensive coordinator every 16 months? God, it's
better than replacing your job every 3 years.
I don't know. In the NFL, the pensions are so good. Coaches don't do that. Occasionally, you'll lose a coordinator. Like Brian Daboll is going to take a job. But the bottom line is most of the assistants on that staff with their pensions, they'll just stay in Buffalo if they have Josh Allen for 10 years and raise their families.
Yeah, I don't know that Saban's worried about pension at this point either, though. I think he's good. So the Nets pulled off the blockbuster trade yesterday, acquiring James Harden from the Rockets. They now have a big three. So we were back down to big twos for a while with Kawhi Leonard, and now they have a big three.
Do they have a big? What do I get out of Kyrie? I don't know
on paper, they have a big three.
Right.
Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. And Anthony Davis is looking forward to see what they do together.
He wants to play there. We'll see how it goes. I mean, KD and James play together in OKC. Then you add another guy, Kyrie. Lost some key players. Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, but they look good on paper, and we'll see, how it goes when those guys, get in between the lines and get a chance to play alongside each other.
Well, we knew that even without Harden, they were going to be a very strong offensive team. Harden and Durant have combined to win 7 of the last 11 scoring titles in the NBA. So we know they can score, and they'll become the 5th pair of teammates in NBA history to play on the same team after winning multiple scoring titles.
But Kyrie didn't love being a 2. Now he's going to be a 3.
Correct.
I just don't think, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where he's at mentally, and I'm not going to project that. I don't have any idea, but I just know as a basketball player, when he's on the floor, he's verbal, he's in control, and that's hard. So is James Harden. So I just think it's a weird chemistry play.
I think chemistry is the biggest question because we've seen these teams come together before. Obviously, the Miami Heat is the biggest example of that. Everyone thought it was going to be an instant situation. And look, they didn't make it to the finals, so it's not like it was a disaster the first year. But it didn't work as far as winning a title the first year, which is the expectations when you have 3 of the top 10 players in the NBA on one team.
But Bosh, Wade, and LeBron are very functional men. Like, they're all guys, you can sit down at a table, talk, and they're all kind of aligned, I think, on what wins basketball games.
But and even with that, the chemistry and everything didn't come together right away. It wasn't immediate. This is the conversation. There were issues with Kyrie before Harden came. What happened in Houston was a disaster, and it's on Harden. You can say it's the organization, but everything that Harden wanted, he got. Like, we know that Harden ran the organization. You set the practice times. You made the schedule. Like, it was your organization, and it failed. So now you're with KD. To me, KD is the 1A. Like, he is the alpha in this situation. KD is the proven one by all stretch of everything.
Player.
He's the best player. It all has to come together, though, and that's going to take...
And KD's got to make it come together.
A lot of work.
Yeah, a lot. And KD's got to spearhead that because he's the best player.
There's no question about the talent.
And he's got the titles.
Yes. So while watching the Browns beat the Steelers Sunday, Chiefs receiver Sammy Watkins was tweeting about how shocked he was with the outcome of the game. And then when someone replied to him saying, looks like we've got some competition next week. Watkins dismissed it, saying, I wouldn't go that far.
I wouldn't do that.
The top-seeded Chiefs are a heavy favorite going into Sunday's game, but Baker shrugged off Watkins' criticism.
I have no problem with it, to be honest with you, because if you don't have confidence, then you're not going to have success. And those guys have been doing it together for a few years now. They have a ton of confidence in each other. And so, I mean, it's just, people get mad when you put it out there as, your quote-unquote bulletin board material. But, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. It comes with the nature of this game. That you got to be confident. You got to know and believe in yourself.
Yeah, we got to be careful making too much of a response to a tweet.
Well,
it wasn't a press conference.
Yeah, it's not like it was a press conference. It's where we're looking for anything. Like, this is a content world, so they're going to pay attention to it. And if you put it out there, people are going to make a bigger deal out of it than it really is. And look, to Baker's point, he probably does feel that way. They're a very good team. I think it's kind of crazy everyone's just writing them off. Like, I think they'll have a little bit of rust, but as we've seen throughout the years, they have no problem playing from behind. So even if they do get ahead, they still have Patrick Mahomes.
I cannot wait to watch this game. I don't even know what the TV rating is going to be. Cleveland won 11 games, people. How are you a 10-point dog? So
the Chiefs are a 10-point favorite over the Browns.
And the line hasn't moved.
That part I'm with you on. That I think is crazy. That I think is absolutely crazy.
I don't get it.
If for nothing else, because the Chiefs haven't blown out a team in a long time. They've still won, which is the important part.
We know they're talented.
But they haven't blown out a team, so the line is it's crazy.
And hasn't moved, meaning that it's the right line. Like the Sharps.
I could see if Cleveland was having a little trouble running the ball or something like that. Like there was